Problem over here. On a scale of 1 to 5, definitely close to your level 5. But before I start this problem, I'm going to give you a little bit of an example over here so we can relate better to this question. So what I have here is class A and there's class B, so they're really just two different classes. Now let's pretend as if in class A there's 10 students and in class B there's 20 students, and the 300 is the sum of a test, sum of test scores. So let's pretend as if this class, I'm not going to write everything out. So let's pretend as if this class took a test and the scores, when I added all of them up, came out to 300 for this class. This class, there's 20 students, and when all those 20 students took a test, I added up the scores, it came out to 500. Okay? Now, if I asked you to find the average of this class, it would be pretty straightforward. Average is always the sum divided by how many students there are. So in this case, it would be 300 divided by 10. And in this case, again, the sum would be 500, and I would divide that by 20 to get the sum. So get the average, sorry. So over here you get 30, over here you get 25. But now if I asked you to find the overall average of both of the classes, what you would have to do is take the sum of the scores of this class, take the sum of the scores of this class, and divide it by the total number of students. The total number of 10 students here, 20 students there, so that would give you 800 divided by 30. And this last important is a bit important to understand. So look at what I did over here. I took the sum from this class and some from that class, and I divided by how many kids were in both the classes, because average is always the sum divided by total number of kids. So let's translate this over to this particular problem. This problem is saying in team A, consisting of X players, average is 126 points. So average is 126 points, and we have X players. And in team B, the average is 152 points, and there are Y players. Before we move forward from here, let's remember one thing. So this is just the average. This is the number of things they are. One of the important things in average problems is always to figure out the sum. And the way you figure out the sum is you take the average and you multiply by the number of things there are. So if the average here is 126 and there's X players, the sum will be 126X, or 126, which is the average, times the number of players there are. And similarly over here, I'll have the average multiplied by the number of players they are to give me the sum. So I like to always think of it this way: the average times the number of things they are will give me the total. So keep that in mind, because the sum is usually an important component of these average problems, especially the tough ones. So going back to this little example that I gave you down here, we want to figure out the overall average of these two teams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the sum of team A, I'm going to take the sum of team B, and I'm going to divide it by the number of players. And there's not two players, that's a common misconception. There's X players here and there's Y players here. And that will give me the average of these two teams combined, which the problem tells me is 146. So this is a crucial equation that I have formed here. From here, I'm going to take it to the left side. I'm going to erase this stuff on the left side. Let's make this size really big. And I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff. And let's get that pen back. So I'm going to rewrite that equation. I have 126x plus 152y divided by x plus y will give me the average of both the teams, which is 146. Again, this represents the sum, because if the average is 126 and there's X players, the sum will be the average multiplied by the number of things they are, which will be 126X. Same thing here, and divided by how many players there are in total. And now, remember, the question is to figure out in terms of X, what is the value of Y? So I really want to isolate the Y by itself, so let me start off by cross multiplying. So it'll be 126X plus 152Y equals 146X plus 146Y. And then I'm going to combine my like terms. So 152y minus 146y will equal 146x minus 126x. So I just brought this, I subtracted 126x from here, and I subtracted 146y from here. And then let's keep going. So 152 minus 146 will be 6y, and over here I'll have 20x. And I just want y by itself, so I'll divide both sides by 6. and I'm going to be left with y equals 20 over 6x, or if I reduce that, it'll be 10 over 3x, which would be my final answer. And I didn't write this step out over here. I'm multiplying this by x plus y and this by x plus y. So for my final answer being y equals 10 over 3x, or 10x over 3, answer choice A.